Bank's health from the outside be alarmed at a number like that?
Well, I've not.
We have every reason to be alarmed at what's going on, but we don't want to be fatalistic in believing that Trump
or not, you should be alarmed at those trends. You should want to know more.
At all the evidence that we have in front of us and not be at least mildly alarmed. So what all
Now, when you look at this, you might not be too alarmed because those look like fairly smooth.
At this location, the seat bottom will hide this corner, so do not be alarmed about the small wrinkles here.
And, well, the answer is yes. However, it is generally nothing at all to actually be alarmed about, despite the fact that blood is lit.
The generation of waspy women will be pretty alarmed at the lack of action by this government and the lack of justice for them.
And fit even to be sent to a development camp. The government, alarmed at such signs of wholesale regional
have to drink. I don't have to be alarmed that, hey, there's a cop at my door. Hey, I'm clean, I'm sober. Come on in, have a cup of coffee. It felt good.
Substance abuse is a major challenge for the community, adult and juvenile, and of course when there's a community with a large percentage of adults struggling with chemical dependency issues, stands to reason you'll also have a significant number of juveniles struggling with those same issues.
I was going down a bad path in my life, and I got involved with the court systems.
The sooner you can provide services for at-risk youth, the better off they're going to be in the long run.
If you want to explain a little bit what brought you here, we can begin.
When I first got into the program, nobody thought that I could be sober, and they helped me and they believed in me and they kept me going. And I don't think I would have been able to do it if it wasn't for their support.
You know what giwashwabi means? Have you ever heard that term, giwashwabi? You know what it kind of means today? It means drunk. If the community standard is such that this behavior is modeled from one person to the next, one generation to the next, how do you know it's an undesirable characteristic if your peers and people around you are all practicing that characteristic? Giwashwabi. You're walking around like you got bonked on the head. And if you don't understand that it may be an undesirable characteristic, why would you even consider changing it? That's what giwashwabi means. The majority of our bombing re-entry juveniles come through county probation. Coming from the Bear Clan and being a young man, you have a responsibility to yourself to take care of yourself starting now. There's enough people that are going to kick them when they're down. But we want to instill that they have value and worth. It doesn't cost us anything to care for them. The bombing in.
The Bombing program is a very forward-thinking program, very restorative. Along with the early intervention is the overall philosophy of providing holistic wraparound services put together by a dedicated staff of Bombing team members.
So what we're doing is before we eat, we always take this time to make a little offering, make a little plate of food, because what we're doing is not only before we eat, but we're also going to feed the spirits and recognize those spirits, the good ones, the good spirits from our ancestors, from our relatives, from our friends and family.
Those that partake in these activities, morals and values are being passed from one person to the next.